It doesn't do the purpose. It's not education. It's not inclusive education. It's torture.
A Montreal family says their 10-year-old son, Gani Zoltaev, who has been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, was placed more than once in a seclusion or quiet room at his school, Parkdale Elementary, by himself for close to an hour. They say it resulted in him becoming agitated and hurting himself. The family calls it a discriminatory and abusive practice that primarily impacts children with special needs and are calling for it to stop.
Yay! He loves to sing.
Okay. Gani's parents Yana Polyakova and Timir Zoltaev say when the new school year started in September, they began to notice worrying signs.
Gani came home very, distressed, crying. We could see that he's crying. And I took his face and he had 2 dark blue bruises.
Becoming increasingly worried, Polyakova inquired about the injuries and was told by the school there was nothing to be worried about, that Gani was being violent, and because of that, he was placed in a calming room.
We started to see resistance going to school. Sometimes he would come back with bruises.
After Gani was put in the room multiple times, Polyakova noticed a shift in her son's personality. She says he was no longer energetic or happy. In December, she asked to see what the rooms looked like, something not shown to her at the beginning of the year, and was shocked at what she saw.
I would never be able to calm down in this room. I would quite an opposite, would try to get out of this room.
Polyakova describes the room as storage-sized without much light. In one of the incident reports of Gani being violent, it says he hit the educators putting them into the room and that he was in the room for 40 minutes.
I don't know any kid who would go freely to that room.
In a statement to City News, the English Montreal School Board says the rooms are a safe and comfortable area for the student. These rooms are never used as a means for punishment, but rather a calm space accessible to any student.
I was in this room. It's just, I cannot even explain to you. I was feeling sick to my stomach. I still am. I cannot imagine how to spend there even more than 5 minutes.
In Quebec, there are no regulations on the standards these rooms should meet, something Gani's parents say is needed so these rooms would not be used as a punishment for students like their son.
My goal is not the revenge punishment. I'm not seeking for anything. Right now, they're still silent, not a word about the guidelines or how they use it, because there are no guidelines.
In Montreal, Felisha Adam, City News.